Imagine a lost city, its inhabitants struck down in a single catastrophic moment. A real-life Pompeii, perfectly preserved. But this city wasn't frozen in volcanic ash, and its citizens weren't human. This event happened over 200 million years ago, long before Rome, before civilization, even before the mighty T-Rex. Deep in the New Mexico desert, within the Crimson Cliffs made famous by artist Georgia O'Keeffe, lies the scene of this ancient catastrophe. It's a tomb, not for one creature, but for an entire ecosystem, packed with some of the planet's very first dinosaurs and other bizarre reptiles that ruled the Earth. This is the story of a Triassic Pompeii. A place where a whole community of animals was wiped out in an instant, their bodies sealed in stone. Today, we're opening that time capsule to uncover the incredible secrets of the world they left behind.
This is Ghost Ranch, a 21,000-acre landscape of canyons and mesas designated a National Natural Landmark in 1975. Today, it's a stark, beautiful desert. But 212 million years ago, this place was unrecognizable. The continents were joined together as the supercontinent Pangaea, and New Mexico was much closer to the equator. Instead of a dry desert, this was a hot, humid environment, with powerful monsoon seasons. At the time, life was diversifying in the aftermath of a mass extinction. In the midst of this was one of nature's newest creations, the dinosaur. But they weren't the giants of the later Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Most were small, relatively rare, and lived in a world dominated by other reptiles. Our story focuses on one of these early dinosaurs, Coelophasis baueri. Pronounced Coelophysis, its name means hollow form, referring to its light, hollow bones, a feature shared with modern birds. Coelophysis was a lean, agile predator, about 3 meters long. For decades, it was known only from a few scattered bones found in 1881, so its appearance and behavior remained largely a mystery.
Paleontology often involves patience and luck. Scientists knew Ghost Ranch held fossils, but its greatest secret was still buried. In 1947, a team from the American Museum of Natural History, led by paleontologist Edwin H. Colbert, arrived to search for Triassic specimens. They had no idea they were about to find one of the most significant dinosaur sites in the world. The breakthrough came from Colbert's assistant, George Whitaker. While scouting the area on June 22, 1947, Whitaker noticed a distinctive claw bone weathering out of a hillside. As the team began to excavate, they realized this was not just one skeleton. It was a dense layer of interlocking bones that ran deep into the rock. Colbert and his team were looking at a mass grave. Recognizing its importance, they decided against excavating individual skeletons on site. Instead, they quarried out massive, multi-ton blocks of rock containing the fossils and shipped them to New York for careful preparation. On June 30th, 1947, a telegram was sent from the field that read, "Have struck rich quarry, need extra help." It was an understated message announcing a monumental discovery.
Back in the labs in New York, the meticulous work of cleaning the fossils began. As technicians chipped away the rock, the tomb slowly revealed its secrets. The blocks contained not just dozens, but hundreds of Coelophysis skeletons. To this day, the Whitaker Quarry remains one of the densest accumulations of a single dinosaur species ever found. The preservation was exceptional. Many skeletons were perfectly articulated, with every bone in its natural position, as if the animals had simply laid down and died. This level of preservation is incredibly rare and gave scientists an unprecedented opportunity. For the first time, they had a complete picture of Coelophysis. With so many individuals, from young juveniles to full-grown adults, researchers could study how these animals grew and varied. This bone bed provided a snapshot of what a Coelophysis population looked like. But they weren't the only victims. Researchers also found other animals, including ancient crocodile relatives called phytosaurs, armored adasaurs, and early amphibians. This wasn't just a dinosaur graveyard. It was an entire ecosystem buried together. This extraordinary fossil assemblage raised a crucial question. What could have killed so many different animals all at once and preserved them so perfectly? The evidence points not to a volcano, but to water. The leading theory suggests a catastrophe in two parts. First,
A severe drought during the region's harsh dry season would have dried up rivers, leaving only a few shrinking watering holes. These areas would have attracted a wide variety of thirsty animals, predators and prey alike. The second part was the event that followed. The drought likely ended with a sudden, violent flash flood. A wall of water and sediment would have roared down the dry riverbed, catching the assembled animals by surprise. The flood was so powerful and sediment-rich that it buried them almost instantly. The geological evidence supports this, as the fossils are encased in siltstone, typical of a river channel. The fact that the skeletons are mostly complete, with little to no evidence of scavenging or sun damage, indicates they were buried rapidly. The flood was both the cause of death and the agent of preservation, sealing the community in a tomb of mud for 200 million years. This rapid burial of an entire ecosystem is why Ghost Ranch is known as a Triassic Pompeii. The discovery at Ghost Ranch fundamentally changed our understanding of the dawn of the dinosaurs. Thanks to the hundreds of skeletons from the Whitaker Quarry, Coelophysis transformed from a poorly known fossil into one of the best understood early dinosaurs. Its importance was recognized in 1981 when New Mexico named Coelophysis its official state fossil. A Coelophysis skull even traveled to space aboard the Space Shuttle Endeavour in 1998, becoming the second dinosaur to do so. The quarry provided some of the first strong evidence that early dinosaurs may have lived in large groups, and offered the most detailed picture of a late Triassic ecosystem in North America. The work at Ghost Ranch is far from over. New discoveries in the area, including the dinosaur relative Dromaeosaurus and the early theropod Tawahalai, continue to refine our view of this crucial period in Earth's history.
Ghost Ranch is a powerful reminder that the ground beneath our feet is a library of ancient stories. Here, in the New Mexico desert, a fortunate discovery uncovered a 200 million year old tale of life and sudden death. It's the story of a lost world, captured in a geological instant, a Triassic Pompeii that continues to share its secrets with those who know how to read the rocks. If you want to unearth more incredible stories about our planet's dramatic past, make sure to subscribe and check out our other deep dives into lost worlds.